Hello, and welcome back to Captivating Mind. I am your host, Mike Harrison. It's my honor to see you guys again. My last video was just an intro to this channel. Still a lot of things that I need to work on, but I'll continue to grow and continue to improve my videos so that the more times that you guys come back and you subscribe and you'll see my improvement as well. My improvement is not just on the video and my audio, but also in myself as well. I'm going to be working on, finally getting outside and working out and building my body, continue to read and build my mind and, build my faith, my spirituality. So basically, I want to continue to grow, and as I grow, I want to share my experience with you, and hopefully, in sharing my experiences with you, you can grow as well. And the thing is, I'll be reading some of the comments as well because as you learn from me, I want to learn from you as well, and that way a community can be built, and we continue to grow and become better persons, better individuals. This channel, I believe there are three pillars in life, right? We have to focus on our health. That includes like our mindset as well. Focus on our lifestyle, the actions that we take, people that surrounds us, and also spirituality. Some people, like myself, are Christians. Some people have different forms of belief, but I believe that everyone should have some form of spiritual belief. If it was up to me, I would prefer everyone to be a Christian, but I'm not going to push those values on anyone. The only thing is I want each person to develop a hunger for knowing or understanding what these spiritual values are. So hopefully my life is an example, and through that example that people will learn from it and they'll grow as well. I just want to thank you guys for tuning in, and I would like you guys to subscribe to my channel and also like and leave a comment so that you can help me to grow this channel to become more influential and beneficial to you and to other people as well. So I wrote down some notes because many times when I talk directly, my thoughts are so scattered, like the video does not come out good. This is quite a bit of a take, but anyways, to the video, to my notes. Today I want to talk about self-worth. Notes that I have is what I've noticed is that people, and I'm guilty of this as well, place value on other people instead of having value in themselves. There's nothing wrong with placing value on other people, but the thing is when you take yourself for granted, that's when it becomes a problem. People might ask you for things and you just keep giving of yourself, and as I said, I am guilty of this, where I just keep giving to other people, and then when people try to give back to me, I say, no, I'm okay, I'm fine. But not allowing myself to receive from people as well. So when it comes to self-worth, it's like you value people. There's nothing wrong with that, but also value yourself and willing to, receive a helping hand whenever it's offered to you. What I noticed too, and a lot of people value themselves, and a lot of people love themselves. And that's why I try to focus on these three pillars, because the thing is, when it comes to loving yourself or valuing yourself, that's when the maintenance of our body, our health, our mind, and our spirit comes into play. You have to take care of yourself. You got to take care of your health in order to live long or to live a good quality life. Going outside and, they say you can just do a brisk walk for 30 minutes a day, and that's enough to help you maintain your body. But not many people do that. We'll do everything else except for the little things that will keep our heart healthy, our mind clear, and things of that nature. So I just want to encourage you guys to start looking into these things, valuing yourself, start to exercise, start to read, starting to even meditate, freeing your mind from different thoughts, and even journaling, and start to write. Because when you write these things down, they take them from your mind and you put them on a sheet of paper. Now you're not stressing over those things. And sometimes in writing these things, it actually help you to get a clearer picture of what has been stressing you or what's been sitting on your mind. um, so as I say, is watch your health. So the things that we eat, a lot of times we don't know that the things that we eat affects our body. The things that we drink affects our body, and even the lack of exercise affects our body. Our bodies, everything is so intertwined. Our mind, our body, circular system, everything is so connected together that we don't realize that different things affects our body. And I'm not a professional in these things. It's just that I'm starting to feel it more in my body. I started thinking back of how I was when I was a child to how I am now, and how like I feel pain everywhere, all these different aches, once you reach a certain age. And I think back and say, well, I'm not as flexible as I used to be. I don't stretch as much as I used to. As a child, you didn't really have to do that as much because your body was more flexible. But as you get older and things start setting into place, we have to stretch more, we have to exercise more, we have to go swimming, stuff to get massages, even things like that. And that goes into self-worth. When you value yourself, you take time to think about these things and get them done. Once a week, if you can't, well, once a week, if you have the money, once a week, getting a massage will be good. Once a month will be good. Once a year, wherever you at financially, is just like, it's good to get a massage because that helps with circulation in the body. And as I say, I'm not a professional in these things. These are just things that I've seen to help. And watching different YouTube channels, I've seen people talk about these things. So hopefully, as my channel gets larger, I'll be able to get some professionals on here to talk to you, my viewers, about these things. But this is just my second video. I'm just starting out. So I want to be able to continue to build to get to that position, because I want to be able to help you and for you to help me and other people. And then this community can grow and we can become better. Lifestyle. This goes back to connecting to self-worth. With our lifestyle, we have to start reading a lot more. There was a joke back in the day when they said that the best way to hide something from a person is to put it into a book, because a lot of us do not read. I believe there's a statistic that says that most people have like a fourth grade comprehension when it comes to reading. And even for me, being transparent, like my reading skill is not very strong. And what I have learned is just take it easy and start reading little by little. The more you read, they said at least 20 minutes a day, it eventually increase to the point where you can read a much longer, and that you'll be able to finish a book within a week or two. And not only that, it increases your vocabulary, and it helps you in order to speak, and then there's so much different areas. So it's so valuable that we should adjust our lifestyle to take time to read. Not only in reading, what 2020 reminds me of is building skills. There's so much things that you can learn on YouTube: photography skills, writing skills, even if you're interested in doing voiceover acting, there's so many things that we can do, and YouTube is a platform that you can use in order to create these skills. And as I said, for 2020, what became very apparent or very clear is that if people were to lose their job because of the pandemic, what skills do we have that we can use in order to make some money from? Many of us, we only have the one skill, and that is our job. And if we lose a job, what is it that we really have left to do? So building skills, implementing that in our lifestyle to build skills, so that God forbid something were to happen, we still have options. And it's always good to have leverage. Like if your job say they don't want you anymore, that's okay, because you have skills that you can take and use it in other areas. So that is important as well. And when it comes to your spiritual walk, whether it's meditation or learning about meditation, learning about understanding it. And whether you are a spiritual person or not, like, meditation is a good thing to have a time to sit down, to let things play out in your mind so that you're not stressed from a lot of things. And whatever your spiritual walk is, for me, as I said, is Christianity. And what I learned that I need to learn or to understand is, why is it that I believe what I believe, to get a deeper understanding of Christianity and of the walk. There's a lot of times that people claim to be what they are, but they don't really sit down and get a deeper understanding of why is it they choose to take on this belief. And not only to learn, but to also apply the principles. There's one thing in calling myself a Christian, and there's another thing in applying actual biblical principles to my life, right? And not only applying it to my life, but living it to the fullest. The Bible has so many key points and so many principles that are good. Not to be religious to the point that I forget my humanity or become judgmental to other people, but to have empathy towards people and to have an understanding so that I can share my walk and share my faith so that they can get a deeper understanding. When it comes to going back to self-worth, you have to watch your surroundings. Because the thing is, sometimes you surround yourself with people who do not have any value for you or even have your best interests. Whether you are a single man or a single woman, whether you're a married man or a married woman, you have to watch the people that's in your circle. Because the thing is, some of them, even though they claim to be for you, they can be against you, and they can put stumbling blocks in your way to cause problems in your relationship, in your family, in your business, or anything of that nature. So to be mindful of the people that are surrounding you. Not only people, but things. Watch the things that you carry into your life. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us, like, I'm looking at it when I bought my house, all right, and I'm living in my house, I step back and I look and I say, how is it that I accumulate so much things? So much things, to one point that my garage was filled up, and I'm like, when did these things come into my home? It's just like, if you don't need something or if you're not using something, then get it away from your home. Donate it to other people. You know what I'm saying? To get so much stuff and then your house feel cluttered and your mind feel cluttered, and it's just like, you want that freedom. So the best thing to do is just get the stuff that you need and donate the stuff that you don't need. That way you're not so surrounded by things and then you feel all cluttered. Not only, when going back to people, question motives. I kind of touched on that earlier, but always question the motives of people around you. And not only that, question your motives too. Why is it that I want this person to be around my circle? You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes when we question our motive, then we see that we probably have ill intent ourselves. So be careful of those things. And don't put yourself on the back burner. If you feel in your gut that you do not want to do something, it's fine to say no. And that's something that I had to learn as well, because the thing is, I wouldn't say no to people. I would say yes. And sometimes I don't really feel like doing it 100%, but because I'm just a nice person, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it and help them out. But sometimes, you have that gut feeling for a reason, and so it's just to listen to it. If you don't feel like doing it, just say no. What I come to realize is, everyone has a right to ask you whatever they ask. And sometimes we get mad because people ask us for stuff and we don't really like the fact that they're asking us for stuff. But everyone has the right to ask. And you and I have the right to say no. We don't have to be rude about it. And sometimes with that, you can see a person's character. You can see a person's motive. Because if I say no, right, and then because of that cause a rift in our relationship or a separation, then that person didn't have our best interest in mind to begin with. They were just there for themselves. So when things like that happen, it's fine. They can leave, because we can always gather new friends or new connection with people. So, you don't have to be nasty. We don't have to be nasty. We don't have to be mean. It's just that I do not feel like doing that. I'm sorry. No. It's okay for us to say no. And then what else I have is your life is valuable and you are worth something. You might not feel it, or sometimes people make you not feel that way, but you know, we are all created for a reason. You know, we all were created for a reason. And the thing is, you are special to being who you are, and there's no one else like you. So don't try to be like somebody else. It's good to have role model. It's good to have mentors, right? But we learn from these models. We learn from these mentors. We apply certain principles to our life, and then we just be ourselves. You know, it's stressful to try and be somebody else. It's stressful to try to walk in somebody else's shoe. And some of us, we have that stress because it's put on us by our parents. We're living and we're walking in their dreams, and we never really step back to say what it is that I want. What's my dream? You know, what is my goal? And that's not selfish. Everyone here is put on this earth for a purpose, a God-given purpose. And when we just follow what our parents say or what our friends say, then it takes away from the authentic you. Be authentic. Be who you are. Because the thing is, as I said, you are valuable to this earth, to this creation that God made. You know what I'm saying? And you have something special in you, but if you continue to follow other people and their goals and their visions, then you will never achieve your goal, and you'll never affect the people you can affect if you had just followed your own dreams and your own goals. Right? The only way to see change is to let it start with you. And that is my goal. My goal is to see change in my surroundings, in the people around me. And so I'm starting with myself, working on myself, improving myself to better myself. You know, reading to improve my vocabulary, taking classes to build different skills. And as I say, as I continue on this journey, I want to share these things with you. And I just want you guys to please like and subscribe and leave a comment below. Let me know what you think of this page, what do you think of the areas that I want to cover, and you know, give me any advice. Because as I say, I want to grow, and in me growing, I want to be able to share with you guys and for you guys to grow as well. And so be encouraged, and until next time, God bless you. Keep strong, keep the faith, keep moving forward. Remember, you are valuable. Focus on your self-worth, because you are definitely valuable. I just want to say blessings and be safe. Bye.